Welcome to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. We are here and ready to rock. It was it was a close call. Um, Tech issues as usual. You gotta love that. For any of you guys, especially for folks that live stream. I know I've said this before, but I want to say it again. You guys get serious props, especially when for me, I try to have set times that I do it so that people know, um, what to expect, and hopefully that allows more folks to join in, because that's the whole point of doing anything live is that you have an audience. Um, that being said, just to let you guys know, this morning I spent this is the second time I've had to do this, like 40 minutes trying to get my Wi-Fi situated. Had my coffee ready for 10:30. So now it's been sitting for an extra half hour, 40 minutes. Whew, man. But we finally got it to work. So, anyways, that's how my morning is going. So hopefully you guys are having a better morning. I know some of you guys are having tough mornings. I've spoken to some of you guys. And trust me, we're all in this together. Let me just see who we have in the chat. It's crazy, man. Crazy. Oh my gosh. What's up, Val? Val's in the chat, Nanette, Patrick, Conrad. What's up, Conrad? Glad to see you, man. Glad to see you, man. Hopefully this will brighten your morning too, dude. Seriously. What's up, Jason? Jason's in the chat. All right. Yeah, man. We need some scenarios. I'm gonna be doing some scenarios because I gotta reset. I thought I had everything ready to go and just Wi-Fi, guys. Wi-Fi. Um, the donuts are ready. I've got I've got something to snack on too. Yeah, man. Let's see. Is it wrong to be mad at your pet for wanting your attention? Well, you know how pets can be. That's how it goes. What's up, Russell? Russell's in the chat. All right. Val. I know you all don't need to be reminded, but yes, hit the like button. Hit the like button. As a matter of fact, I think, and I have to give a shout out to my good friend Phil from Phil's Creepy Videos, who had a live stream this morning, and I hadn't seen a live stream of his in a while, but he's so awesome, and it's always a fun live chat. Val, I know. Um, if you get a chance, if you can put up Phil's Creepy Videos, his link to his channel in the live chat, that'd be great. If not, I'll take the time to do it in a little bit. But anyways, long story short, he always makes sure to check how many people are watching and how many likes he has. So I need to start taking some cues from him. I've already taken some just inspirationally, but yeah. So please hit the like button. It definitely helps out and helps to get the video out there and so forth. What's up, Carrie? What's up? Nice to see you. All right. Monty G is in the live chat. And seriously, man, that was a really cool interview you had with Ken from Sledgehammer Horror. If you guys haven't checked out that episode, my good friend Ken and my good friend Monty had a nice little discussion. That was really cool seeing you guys together. Very, very cool. Saying I thought I'd drop by and say hello. Much appreciated, man. Much appreciated. And hopefully we'll be getting our next Venoms episode going. I'm thinking it might be in 2 more Thursdays. So not next Thursday, but the following. But I'll let you guys know what's going on. All right. Carrie saying, Val, you just brighten my day right up. She has the ability to do that. She really does. She doesn't know that. Or she may not be aware of how much she has that ability, but she does. What's up, Dan? Nice to see you. And we got Bob in the chat too. All right. Predator will be hunting the Marvel Universe. Wow. All right. That would be cool. Wolverine take on the Predator. Ooh, yeah, that would be cool. Oh, okay, on Bat in the Sun. Okay, I have to check that out. And there's Jason preaching the gospel. Night Watch Zone plus new Friday 13th movie equals 20K plus subs. Hey, well, I do want to say this, and you guys let me know, because we definitely have started to talk about all the great news for Friday 13th. Again, nothing's confirmed, but it's hope. It's hope. And like I've said many times before, for so many of us Friday 13th fans, all we've had for 13 years, other than great fan films, is hopes and dreams. And now those hopes and dreams seem to be coming a little bit closer to getting a new movie. So, my question for you guys: what do you guys think of our Friday 13th content? And if you have not, this was a good segue. And if you have not watched our Friday the 13th content, please do. Please. We had a blast going through each movie and doing deep dive discussions, and man, every episode is so much fun. We did side episodes, and in the last couple of days we've done some videos talking about the news that it looks like by the end of this year we're going to have some concrete information on a new Friday the 13th movie. So in my mind, that means that Sean Cunningham and Victor Miller have either figured a way to make this thing work, or they're very close to making it work. And that's why they're kind of giving us those hints, because otherwise I don't think they would have given us a hint that we're going to get a new Friday 13th movie anytime soon. But thank you so much, Jason. Always just cheerleading so much for our Friday 13th content. We have put a lot of time into it. I couldn't even begin to tell you how much time it's taken to set up those episodes and all the editing and so forth and so forth. But we love talking about that franchise. It's our favorite franchise, and for me, it's the whole reason I got into horror. So it's always going to be very close to my heart. So, all right. Thanks, pal. Oh man. All right. What's up, Dre? Dre's in the morning. Dre's here in the morning saying, "Hey, night crew." Jen's here in the morning saying, "Good morning, everyone. What's up? What's up?" And Miss C, what's up? What's up? And I think I've caught up with everyone. Horrorbee's in the chat. What's up? Nice to see you. Nice to see you. The intro never gets old. That's good. I'm glad, because I've gone through and what's up, David? David's in the chat too. David has been around for a long time, and I've gone through so many variations of that main intro, and this is one that I've stuck with for quite a while, a couple months now. So you're gonna be seeing it for a while, because it took so long to edit it to a point where I felt good about it. So good to see you guys though. Miss Carter saying, "As for you, Mr. Knight in the morning, I missed my mid-morning nap waiting for you, so it better be a good live." Just kidding. I'm gonna tell you what, if you had seen what I had gone through for 40 minutes, it was ridiculous. Seriously. And again, and I know for some of you guys that live stream, first of all, when you pre-record videos, which obviously I've done a lot of that, especially in the last several months, it's a total different thing. You can make that video whatever you want it to be. You can erase mistakes, you can redo things, you can cover up errors and everything. When you live stream, everything is just, it's you. So if you don't have good signal, then your stream's not going to look right. If you're not set up the way you want to be, you can't just say, "Well, hold on a minute and I'll come back." So live streaming is a totally different animal. But I like doing it. It's just for me, it's just a natural thing, because I like talking about movies and connecting with an audience. Doing that, it's fun. It's fun. We have great conversations. But seriously, guys, it is not easy. It is not easy. Even after all this time of doing it, it's still not easy, because you come up with tech issues, or if you're trying to situate your morning, if you've got other people, you got to get situated. And I'm telling you, that clock, it winds down. And that's what happened this morning. I spent um, probably about 40 minutes trying to get the Wi-Fi situated. Like I said, it's just tech, and tech issues always happen. I've seen it happen to everyone at some point in some way, shape, or form. It doesn't matter who you are, it doesn't matter how long you've been doing it. I've seen it happen to experienced content creators and brand new content creators. It just happens. You can't avoid it, unfortunately. Plus, it's been raining here the last 2 days, so that might be part of it too. Carrie saying live streaming can be a pain, so props to you, Night. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Because I'm telling you, and I think that, and this is true of myself, but I know an audience gets used to, okay, you're going to be streaming on certain days at certain times, and that was by design. So I get that way too. So as soon as I saw that I wasn't getting the Wi-Fi connected this morning for 10:30, and I had to push it back to 11, I was like, oh, come on. And it just really stresses you out. It really does, because I hate having to change times. So, but we're good. We're here. So, what's up, Kyle? Nice to see you. All right. Jen saying last night I finally had a chance to watch Monday's Monster Mania wrap up. It was awesome. Hey, thank you so much. We had fun doing it. By the way, and I wasn't planning on doing this, but I'm wearing my Night of the Living Dead t-shirt. So, yeah. I love this shirt. I love this movie. This movie is a classic. I'll never forget watching it the first time as a kid at my grandmother's house. And it scared the shit out of me. It really did. But it's such a great movie. And George Romero, the late great George Romero, had so much to say in his movies. I'll always be a fan of him and his movies. And Night of the Living Dead was the one that started. I mean, he literally created a subgenre of horror. Okay, that's, to me, that's like mic drop, mic drop. But thank you, Jen. I'm glad you enjoyed it. We enjoyed doing it. We knew it was something a little bit different. We knew people were probably expecting our Slasher Club episode, which we were too. But it was a long weekend. It was fun. We had a blast. We met a lot of people. Again, shout out to everyone that we met and all the celebs and guests that we talked to and vendors. But it was a long weekend. So by the time, we were situated on Monday, we knew we still had a lot more to say about Monster Mania. Still do have some more stuff. I still do have some more video. Actually, I do have some really cool video. I'm going to try to finish editing that up today. And it's probably going to be something I'll send out to you, channel members and Patreon members, but some bloopers, maybe some funny stuff. It was just fun, but it was a long weekend at that as well. I did a lot of driving, and yeah. So we just figured to do that as a wrap up type of live stream, and yeah, that was it. Jason saying, I don't want to grow up. I'm a Friday the 13th kid. There are so many movies that I can play with. It's true. It's true. It's true. No, no, I don't, and I do like iced coffee though, but I wanted this to be hot, and it still is hot so far. But of course, I had my coffee ready for 10:30, and we'll see how that goes. I might be taking an intermission a little bit earlier today to get some more before it gets stale. Dan saying, did you hear anything about Gary Busey being kicked out of the convention? Another channel mentioned it. Well, I don't usually get into these types of things, but yeah, I did hear about good old Gary. And this is just hearsay because I didn't see it myself, but I did hear from a reliable source that Gary Busey, I guess, was not being very appropriate, and was asked to leave. And supposedly, and again, this is just hearsay, so I did not see this, I did not hear this. I just got it from a second source who is reliable, but supposedly is banned from Monster Mania. So there, there you go. Who mentioned it, Dan? I'm curious because I haven't seen that. I'm wondering who mentioned it. Let me know. Yeah, interesting. Conrad saying I have a chocolate muffin and some orange juice sitting right now by me. This should be another good stream. Hey man, I hope so. If nothing else, and again, I want to give a shout out to Phil's creepy videos again. If you have not subscribed to Phil, definitely do that. I mean, he's just, everyone that's here right now, especially like David and Patrick, those guys, they know. Phil's just really cool in the community, and it's always a fun hangout in the live stream with him. I hope that I provide that type of thing here as well. But my point being, I kind of lost my point thinking about Phil. Uh, but no, I'm glad you guys have fun in the live chat. I do the same types of things in my favorite live streams as well. Just hang out and just kick back and relax. So hopefully, that's the same for you guys. Hopefully. Um, let's see. Let me just catch up. And Turtle Dove is in the chat. What's up? Saying yo, yo. What's up? Nice to see you. That's funny. Yo. Let's see. Carrie wants a chocolate muffin. Okay, so don't mess around because Carrie, she's almost as serious as the general with these types of things. And you know what happens when Carrie wants to get something, especially if it's like a chocolate muffin.
I'm running this monkey farm now, Frankenstein, and I want to know what the fuck you're doing with my time.
Just saying. I'm just saying. Carrie's probably like, what the hell? Oh man, too funny. And I know I'm behind in the live chat. You guys know how this thing goes. Whose link you need night? It is Phil's creepy videos. And Carrie's got it. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. You guys are all right. Thank you. Very cool. All right. Conrad saying, I love your Friday 13th content. Hey, thank you so much, because I'm just saying, and I know not everyone's big on, well, I don't know. I think most of you guys are, at least somewhat Friday 13th fans, maybe not hardcore like me, but hey, to me it's one of the trinity of horror. Just growing up, I mean, it was basically Jason and Michael and Freddy. And I like all three for different reasons. But I appreciate that, Conrad, because guess what? There's going to be a lot of Friday the 13th content coming out. It just has to be. It kind of, we had planned to kind of slowly do more Friday content to kind of add to our series episodes. But with the news of the possibility of the new movie coming out, definitely keeping my eyes open to any information, but also doing some of the things that we were planning to do at a much faster pace. So hopefully you guys, if nothing else, can enjoy our conversations about it and just our fandom, because we're huge Friday the 13th fans. We really are. Even though I know we're getting closer to Halloween ends. And of course, there's a lot of things, that we're talking about for that. So keep an eye on that. I have a really special thing I'm working on for tomorrow. And there is someone in this live chat that knows exactly what I'm talking about. I'm just going to tease that. You might see someone tomorrow. The game plan is for 2, and I'm just tweaking my last little thoughts on that. So keep your eyes open. But more than anything else, we just hope you guys can continue to support. And it's been really, really fun, especially this last few weeks, and all the setup for Monster Mania and going to that and meeting so many people. It's been so much fun. Let's see. Do, 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 do. Val saying, love all your content, Night, but your Friday 13th and Halloween content is some of the best out there on YouTube. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I really do. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All I can say is that we really love those franchises. For me personally, if it wasn't for Friday 13th, who knows? I don't know how my journey might have been, as a horror fan. And I can tell you, I've seen all of those movies more times than I can count. So, yeah, I mean, there's just really a passion thing. It really is. Jen saying, I tried to love Halloween. No promises for Friday 13th. I understand that. It's definitely, it's from a different time period, has a charm to it. But one thing I can guarantee, the conversation that we have is definitely from the heart. And there's been some really fun conversations. Case in point, when we did our Jason Goes to Hell episode, when we did our Halloween Resurrection episode, and even like, Curse of Michael Myers and stuff like that. And these are movies, admittedly, aren't the highest on my list. Same thing for Coriander and Killian, but I kid you not. And you guys, can make that decision. But those were some of the most fun episodes we had. And I think it was just because, one, being honest about it, but two, still looking at these movies with a certain lens as far as to say, okay, what was good in it, if anything, and it kind of makes you go a little bit deeper, especially for a movie like Halloween Resurrection. When I was watching that, the first time I saw it, I was just like, what, and as a fan or as a viewer, you look at it one way, but as a content creator, when you're trying to actually analyze it, you look at it in a different way. So it was fun stuff. It was really fun stuff. And sometimes you learn things. So the net saying, I'm loving it, but I already told you I love your content on Friday 13 movies so much. So I have rewatching all the Friday 13 movies. That's awesome. I want to rewatch them too. And, that just tells me how much I love them, because I could rewatch them right now. I could do watch parties for them right now and not even blink. So, what's up, Steven? Steven's in the chat. Hey, Night, had to stop in and say good morning. What's going on, man? I know I'm way behind. Hopefully, you're still in the chat, but good morning, man. Nice to see you. Hope your morning is doing well too. Seriously, great to see you, man. Kyle saying, would you like to see Derek Mears play Jason again? Yeah, I would. I think that he did a hell of a job, in the reboot. I met him. He's awesome in person, or at least when I met him, he was very humble and was just chatting, a very interesting guy. He definitely wants to come back and do it again. I think he was he was good in the role. He had a physicality that was different, different than Kane's, or different than, Ted White's, or even Richard Brooker, who's one of my favorite Jasons. But, I think he had his own thing going on, and it was a different way that Jason was physically, and I thought he did a good job. So I'd be up for seeing him do it again. Yeah. David saying, I would really like to see Derek return, right? Yeah. Yep. I absolutely agree. Hashtag bring back Derek Mears. Right. I like that. Oh man. David saying, if James Jude Courtney can play Michael at 65 years old, Mears can pull off Jason at 50. That's true. But here's the other thing, and I don't know if you guys have seen my latest Friday 13th video. Of course, it's always segueing back to that, but for good reason. Kane is only 67, guys. So Kane could still come back as well. I'm just saying, I've had some people in the comments be like, yeah, bring Kane back. And some people say, no, he's too old. But Kane's only 67. James Ducournau is 65. I just saw Kane a couple days ago in the Jason costume, in the outfit. And trust me, guys, he's still imposing. He really is. If you've seen him in 13 Fanboy, he is still imposing. And I think they could pull a maneuver like with Halloween, where, James Jude did, most of the heavy lifting, 90% or whatever. Then you had Nick Castle jumping in every once in a while, not literally, but, you know, and so forth and so forth. So, Kane could do another movie. I think he should. I think he's earned that. Again, there's a lot of hows and this and that, how to make it work. But I definitely think it'd be great to see him one more time, at least on the big screen. And you could divide the time between him, in a stunt double or whatever. There's ways to do it. So just throwing that out there. Just throwing it out there. Let's see. Jason saying, do you remember the 13th night of October? Jason was changing the minds of counselors while chasing and killing them away. Yeah. Thanks, Jason. You're all right. Steven saying, hashtag Kane Hodder is the GOAT. He is. He really is. I mean, you got to give him credit, if nothing else. And I know, and it's funny because I had a couple comments with some folks that aren't big fans of his. And, that's fine. We all have our favorite Jasons, to be quite honest. And I love Kane. He's my favorite Jason because, so many moments through his movies, right? And just iconic moments. But when I was growing up, I had nightmares of Richard Brooker as Jason. That was the Jason that haunted my dreams. And I'm a huge fan of Brooker. Rest in peace. That mask, the crisp, clean hockey mask. He was just iconic. So I know how it is when people have different people that they fall behind, but you got to give Kane credit. I mean, he has definitely been a huge cheerleader for the franchise. He goes to so many conventions. It's crazy, just the connection that he makes with the community, for the franchise and with fans. I've met him twice. I have nothing bad to say about him. He's just been awesome. So I think he deserves, that one more time, as Jason. He should have been in Freddy versus Jason, but that's a whole nother story. And if you watch that episode that we did on Freddy versus Jason, you'll hear us talk a lot about that. David saying, Craven, I really liked Brooker's Jason a lot. No denying what Kane did for Jason, though. There you go, David. You know what's up. Shout out. Rest in peace to Richard Brooker. Nanette saying, I wanted to do a live stream this morning and I finally got to, but it took an hour of fiddling with the dang phone before I could because of dreaming of saying I was running something in my background. Look, I know how it is. I know how it is trying to get everything all together. It's crazy. Jen saying, I would love to watch a Lethal Collective at a con. You never know. You never know. You never know. And Steven saying, thank you. You never know. It like I said, it's all I can say is this, is that we in the Lethal Collective, I'm sure Steven doesn't mind me saying this for the four of us, we've got plans. Gordon has plans, but we hope so. I mean, you got to dream. There you go. There it is. You got to dream, baby. You got to dream.
You got to dream, baby.
I know. Hey, you got it all worked out, Carlito. Here's to you.
Right? So you never know. You never know. Jen saying, I would be such a happy camper to see Craven meet Matthew for the first time. Right? That would be awesome. I'm gonna tell you what, man. And Matthew is so cool. I wish I had more time to talk to him. And I haven't even talked to Steven about this. We've had so much going on and still kind of getting resituated from the con. When we saw Matthew and I was telling him, and I gave a shout out to Craven Something Scary. And I said, Stu's alive. And on YouTube, there's the People versus Stu Mocker. You got to check it out. I said, Stu's alive. And he was like, you got to love Matthew. I can't do him any justice. He's like, word, and it's like, it was just, he's just awesome, man. He really is a very cool guy and very personable. And it was so great to meet him and David Arquette too. David Arquette was so nice. He was so nice, man. Seriously, it was worth standing in line for him for 5+ hours. I'm just gonna tell you, you know. Well, we weren't in line for the whole 5+ hours, but we were in a waiting room, and then in his room, his conference room. So altogether it was like 5+ hours. It was crazy. Oh my God. But it was worth it. It really was. Carrie says, I don't know if I'm that serious about a chocolate muffin. You are. You are. There you go, Conrad. You know the quote. The cops have plans. Gordon's got plans. They're schemers. Schemers that control their little worlds. I love it. Dan said it was Fabio on the Italian Stallion 51 channel. Oh, okay. I'll have to check that out. Dan, you got to leave that in the comments if you can, so that I can remember. I'd love to check that out. Dark Knight is my favorite because Heath Ledger was one of the best Jokers. You are correct, Carrie. You are correct. What's up, Junebug? Junebug's in the chat. Cody's in the chat. Morning, night. I'm so excited, or I'm excited for She-Hulk later. Yeah, I'm excited too. Now, I'm just gonna say this out loud to you guys, and I put this out as a post asking who would be interested if we did coverage or episodes for House of the Dragon, the new Game of Thrones show coming out this Sunday coming up. And like we had one person say, respond. That person know who they are. So I don't know, guys. I mean, we'd love to talk about She-Hulk, especially myself and Kill. We're huge Marvel fans, but if we don't have enough interest in it, then it's not worth doing, to be quite honest. So again, you guys let us know, because we're going to be watching it. And I'd love to talk about it with you guys, but again, if we don't have enough people that are going to be interested in it, it's just the amount of time that I put into to setting up, just any stream that we have a topic for like that. It's a lot. So, but yeah, I'm excited to see it. I really am, and from what I've heard, it is good. So yeah. Horby saying never been to a con, but hopefully in the near future. Love watching everyone's content from them after. It's the next best to being there. True. Are the Q&A panels open to any guests, or is that separate? It depends on the con you go to. I've seen it both ways, that it's open to any guest, and then I've also seen it where it's separate. So it really depends on which one you go to. Yeah. Good question though. What's up, Mega Giants? All right. Very, very cool. And let me just see if I can catch up here. Conrad saying, Night, I can't wait till we get more Nightmare on Elm Street news. Right? Yeah, I agree. I can't wait as well. And seriously, this is the time to do it. And I've talked a little bit about that in live streams on this channel and on the Lethal Collective. Yeah, we gotta hurry up with that. That's all I'm gonna say. We gotta hurry up. Junebug saying, as long as the new Friday 13th has that edge and it makes Jason scary again. I agree. Yep. I absolutely agree. Miss Carter saying, I'd love to see someone do the lines from Day of the Dead in a restaurant and film the reactions. It would be hysterical, and the person who did it would probably get tossed out, but it would be worth it. Yeah, that's true. It's true. What's up, Austin? Saying morning, night, and everyone have a great day, bro. I'm at work and we'll be listening to the stream. Thank you. Much appreciated, man. Much appreciated. Dre saying Friday 13th is so nostalgic, and man, it just does something to me, my childhood and upbringing. It's true. I mean, it's got a charm to it, and I have some more content coming out. And again, hope you guys at least check it out and support it, because there's just a lot of passion to it. The same passion that you guys have in this live chat about it and in comments on videos. It's just I could literally talk about Friday 13th for this whole stream. I could talk about it for hours and probably bore you guys to death. So I'm trying not to. But yeah, it's very nostalgic. Austin saying, Night, have you seen Bodies? Bodies. I loved it. I haven't seen it yet. I'm not sure. Like I said, just getting back from the con, I'm not sure what's going on. I'll be honest, guys. We're at least myself. I'm kind of out of sorts just trying to get myself back in a routine, which, I'm very routine oriented. So it was something being being gone for those couple of days and trying to pick up the pieces of the puzzle. It's odd like that, but I guess it just shows how much the channel and operating it really is a part of like everyday life. I think that's something also that some people may not realize, is that how much you really do have to put into doing a channel, and how much it really is a part of everything you do every day, all day, so definitely trying to get back into a rhythm, but we're getting there. um Kyle saying, yes, the wife and I met Derek back in 2011. Great dude, very sociable, and talked like he knew us for years. That's what I'm saying. Exactly. He's very kind and personable and humble. And man, we got a chance to talk to him for like 20 minutes. At one point, I actually felt kind of bad. I was like, oh man, are we holding up other people? Um, but we were really lucky at that con because there weren't a lot of people at that time when we were there. So we got a chance to talk to him for a long time, with Adrian King, with Kane Hodder, with Bill Mosley. It was unbelievable. In comparison, Monster Mania was packed wall to wall with people. So you weren't able to get as personable with the guests. So, but it is what it is. Yes, the stew train is rolling. It is rolling, Conrad. You know that. Um, let's see. Jen saying, that reminds me, I have to watch Carrie's explanation of the body's ending. Yes, definitely check that out. I haven't checked it out yet, Carrie, because I haven't seen the movie, but definitely, if you haven't checked that out, check that out. Carrie is awesome. And Val, I don't know if you have that link, or Carrie, if you're still in the chat, you can put that link in. But yeah, check out Carrie. She's got great stuff. I really enjoy listening to her takes on movies. So if you haven't subscribed to Carrie Craves Cinema, then do that. Do that now. Junebug saying, it would be cool to see Derek return, but my thing is, I think he's become a better actor. I actually wouldn't mind seeing him upgrade and have him play Tommy, just because he's become a better actor. That would be cool. I'd be up for that. Yeah. He is a better actor now. That's so true, man. Good point, Junebug. What's up, Denisha? Denisha is in the chat. All right. And Carrie saying, me and Carter did a great collab on talking about the ending. Also, Jake and I will be live at 7 talking about bodies. All right. Very cool. Very, very cool. Let's see. I know I'm way behind on this, Conrad saying CJ Graham, his Jason was the one that gave me nightmares. Yeah. Yep. Dan saying, I'm a bigger fan of Kane as a person. The Shudder documentary is amazing. He's an amazing guy, man. All of the things he's kind of overcome to get to where he, was able to get to, and now, he's a living icon. I'm just putting it out there for me, anyways. For us on this channel, that's what he is. He's a living icon. Don't get me wrong. We had a lot of fun at Monster Mania, and everybody was cool. Everybody, but Kane was the last person that we saw and talked to. What a way to end it. And I'm not going to lie, man, when we were taking the picture and he put his arm around us and he was like giving that extra little, and I was just like, dude, this is Kane Hodder. And, for the quick little moments, I was just like, man, you're so amazing. I am so honored to be able to meet you for the second time. And I hope to meet you a third, fourth, and fifth time. And he laughed and he's like, oh, thanks so much, man. I really appreciate that. And it's like, man, you're freaking Kane Hodder. You're so cool. It's crazy. So crazy. Michael saying, hey, Knight, I'm loving your Halloween Kills mask in the background. Yeah, man. Good old Michael. Yeah. I love it too. And tomorrow, like I said, I'm teasing this. Tomorrow, just saying, you might want to be keeping an eye out around 2:00, which is a different time to do something. But I'm doing that on purpose, because there are some folks that aren't able to join me early, and there's some folks that aren't able to join the late night streams that I've been doing in the last couple months. So I'm thinking, well, maybe in the middle of the day might be an interesting time, and yeah, so keep an eye out. And speaking of which, let me just put this out there because I haven't really talked about it because, again, we've had so much catching up to do. But this Sunday, we are going to be continuing our members and patrons watch party series of Creep Show. It's going to be a lot of fun. And we will have guests on the panel. So if you are not a channel member, um, please become one. It would help support the channel. And we've got a lot of cool things that we're doing, like these exclusive watch parties. And I've got, you guys know how I am. I've got a whole bunch of ideas that we're going to be doing, especially heading up to Halloween time, and especially for people that are able to be so generous and supportive. So definitely that will be this Sunday, and I got to double check that too. But anyways, that's the game plan. I'm just throwing it out there to you guys. But yeah, let's see. I just want to catch up to you guys here. Carrie is an amazing person. There is no denying it. It's true. It's very true. Death Central is in the chat. What's up? Cheers, bro. What's going on? Good morning. Good morning. I know I'm behind. I think I'm 10 minutes behind because, yeah, I'm doing a bunch of talking too. It's crazy. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. And She-Hulk is there, the first episode. Yeah, I haven't gotten a chance to see it yet, but I will. I will. Austin saying, Night, if you cover House of the Dragon, I'm here for it, man. Really? Okay. All right. Like I said, we're gonna watch it, so I'm just saying we definitely could talk about it. But again, I want to make sure that we have, because it is something different, for the channel. It's too bad. I mean, and again, this isn't any slight to anyone because I know how it is because myself, I get into routines as well. But we love that type of stuff as well. I'm a huge fan of Game of Thrones. So again, it's just something that would be different for the channel. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Maybe we will. But definitely, if we have enough people saying that they want to see it or want to hear our thoughts on it, yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it. Stevenson, got to run. Great stream night. Have a great day, everyone. See you soon. See you later, man. Take it easy. Take it easy. I'll be talking to you soon. Yeah. Let's see. Bluck is in the chat. What's up? Saying She-Hulk is better than the Hulk in every way, except being an idiot. The Hulk can do that perfectly fine on his own. Not a fan of the Hulk. Oh, man. Carrie saying, see you, Craven. No running in the halls at night. Oh, man. But, Carrie, come on now. You're right. It must have sounded funny in your head. Maybe if I heard you say it, that would have been a good one. But I give you credit for trying. Michael saying they should do a trilogy with Jason. That's something that we talked about. Hopefully, and if you haven't checked out the video, please do. Please do. But we've talked about that. My idea is that they do a trilogy, and I don't see why they wouldn't. That's kind of the formula, especially for recent movies, is to do 3 movies. As long as the first one is successful, there's no reason not to think that the first movie would be successful. So, yeah. Nanette saying, I would definitely love it if you talked about Marvel movies. I'm a big fan of them, so I'll be here if you talk about She-Hulk. Hey, that's great to hear. That is great to hear, because we might be doing that sometimes. And you guys know how this thing goes. I mean, it's just being very honest about it. We talk about movies. Obviously, there's a big focus on horror, but there's a lot of times we move out of horror and talk about action or like 80s movies or sci-fi movies. I'm a huge martial arts fan, so I've done that type of content. But even within horror, we talk about movies that like nobody gives a shit about, which is unfortunate. But we do have some people that support those things, and sometimes they find new things to be fans about, which is the reason why we would do it. Um, but yeah, the idea we might talk about She-Hulk. We'll see. We'll see. It's definitely something that we're excited to watch. So Death Central saying, I cannot wait for more Voorhees on my screen. Right? Oh man, I'm telling you. It's true. It's true. I can't wait either, man. I'm just once we get some type of confirmation, I am ready to rock. Seriously. I mean, we've spent so much time just talking about the Friday 13th franchise and ideas and thoughts, and it's been fun, and to get that confirmation of the new movie, that'd be great. It really will. Cody saying Friday is the best. You can find the first 8 films all in one at Walmart for $20. I have that. I have that set. It is awesome. It is a good one. Steven, it sounds great in my head too, right? Okay. Blucka saying, I'd love to see Night review The Boys as a parody of DC and Marvel, and really hits home how cringe the political topics are in superhero content. I'd love to do it too. I just don't know if anyone would watch it. I would too. Like, when you, and we've talked about this on this channel, but also on the Lethal Collective, when you talk about something that's totally different than your norm, like really different from your norm. Like, for instance, if we started talking about musicals on the Night Watch Zone, like that's just gonna be like, whoo, YouTube is just gonna be like, I don't think so. So to do something different like that, um, it just it would not make sense right now. It just wouldn't, because the amount of time to put into doing the episode, like I'll give you guys an example. When on my other channel, before we had lost that channel, we did a Star Wars um kind of event, going through the original movies, and the plan was to go through all of the movies. And I mean, we had pretty good response from it, but not the type of response that warranted the amount of time that I put into, crafting the episodes and all the time. I mean, we literally spent hours per episode. We did 3, and we averaged probably about, I don't know, like at least 5 hours easily, and that's not even after we did the episode. So that kind of taught me, that going outside of our norm, you have to be prepared for that type of, thing to happen, because YouTube won't promote that content, because that's not your norm. So as much as I'd like to do something like The Boys, we're not ready for that yet. We're not. Just being honest. Just being honest. But hey, put it out there. Maybe we could get enough response from it. So Kane is one of the best Jasons for me. I agree. Jason saying, if Friday 13th is able to do a trilogy, do you think they could make it where Hockey Mask Jason is in the first one? Second, they go back and do Pamela's story and finish up with Jason. That's an interesting way to do it. I've got another thought of how they could do that, and I know you will watch that episode, Jason, so stay tuned. But I've got an interesting way that they could do that. But that could be a way to do it. I mean, the great thing about it, guys, is that the possibilities are endless. They really are. They really are. Carrie saying, thank you, Night. Very sweet of you. Oh, well, you're welcome, Carrie. You're a sweet person. You are. Russell saying, I watched Top Gun Maverick yesterday. It was so good and emotional too. I enjoyed it. Night Watch. We did too. And we had fun talking about it. Again, now that's a great example too. That's a movie that's a lot different than what our usual content is. And, we had some people that joined in, and we had a lot that didn't. So, but we really loved that movie so much, so we had to do it. It was, I guess what I'm saying is sometimes you take one to give one. You know what I'm saying? And that was the thought. I knew that would be the response of that episode, but we wanted to talk about it so badly because we really enjoyed that movie. So it is what it is. Val, thank you so much for putting that link in. There you go. And there's the link for Carrie's episode with Carter. Very cool. Hey, Katie. Katie's in the chat saying hi, friends. What's going on? What is going on, Katie? Hope you're hanging in there. Blucka saying, I feel like if Friday 13th does a trilogy, it'll be more of a serious tone like Friday 13th remake than the fun original movies we fell in love with. It could be. I don't know. I think if they're smart, they would try to keep in tone with the 80s movies. That's my personal feeling. I think that would be the best way for them to go. And again, I have some thoughts about that in upcoming videos, so I won't throw it all out here right now. But yeah. Oh, and you're welcome, Carrie. You're welcome. Death Central. Kane seems to be happy to be where he is. Kane seems to be happy where he is, that you can feel it. Yeah. I get what you're saying. I think so too. I think he really, when I sat, and I know I keep saying this, guys, but I'm a Kane fan. I'm a Friday fan. So you guys are going to probably keep hearing this forever. But when we got a chance to sit down beside Kane Hodder for like 20 minutes, I'm literally shoulder to shoulder with him. I got to start putting up the pictures. I've done it before, but I got to throw that picture up again. And you could just tell that he was just happy, just to be where, like you said, just be where he's at, being known for this character, being a part of this franchise, its legacy, and having the fans that he has, the connection he makes with them. And it's just, like I said, man, it just made me appreciate him even more than I already did, which is a hell of a lot. What's up, Jamie? Jamie's in the chat. What's going on? Good to see you. Let's see. Wow, I'm really behind. Woo. Dan saying that werewolf episode of Creepshow was definitely a step down from the first two. You didn't like the werewolf episode? I thought that was a good one. I thought it was pretty good. Junebug saying, when it comes to House of the Dragon, I will watch all the good parts, but I'll keep it PG-13 in the chat. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Hard to catch up with a loving chat like that. So many greetings. It's true. It's true. And then that says, I'm cleaning up my room. I know what that's like. Junebug saying, if they do a trilogy, though, they have to end the trilogy on Friday the 13th, part 14. Jason takes back Manhattan. Yeah, okay. Miss Carter saying, I finally got my YouTube notifications straightened out temporarily anyway, hoping to join more lives, but I just can't and don't have the time or energy to join late night lives. I get that. And to be quite honest, that was something that kind of just came about kind of like these morning streams where I had the time to do them and just started doing them. But I get it. But there's always replay. And I will say this, and I know Stephen probably jumped out, but Katie is still here. Carrie's here. Nanette's here. And we've had some other folks on the panel. We've been having a blast with the night streams. Just the conversations and also the watch parties. They've been hilarious. I kid you not. I never would have thought that they would have become what they became. And I still have some stuff I'm working on to kind of as a treat. And the people that have been in those live streams, they'll know what it is. But anyways, they've been a lot of fun. So I would definitely say if you get a chance to check the replays, I think it's fun stuff. I really do. And yeah, it's been a fun time. really has. Let's see. I wish they continue with Undead Jason. That's my babe. Yeah. Uh, yeah, I like Zombie Jason too. Jen saying I don't know about anyone else, but I'm so excited about the idea of Stab the musical. Yeah, I'm excited about it too to see how they're gonna pull it off. If they pull it off right, that's gonna be the question. Because again, I've said this before. I don't think Stab needs to be part of the movies anymore. Now they can do references or whatever. Maybe this will reignite that love for it. So I'm very curious about it. But if they can pull it off, then I'll be all for it. I can't wait to see what they come up with. You know, Cody saying, "What are your thoughts on them rebooting Roadhouse and the Lost Boys?" I don't think they should reboot the Lost Boys. I really don't. But again, I say that about most ideas for reboots. There's been a couple times I've been proven wrong though, so who knows? I mean, Roadhouse. I mean, and I love Roadhouse. I'm not as strong on them not rebooting that as Lost Boys because I think Lost Boys was very. I mean, there's a charm to both, right? But Lost Boys just it's so iconic, and there's so many iconic things in that movie. The characters, the direction, um, the music, iconic scenes, the story. There's so many things that's iconic about what they did in that movie. Whereas Roadhouse, as great as it is, and I absolutely love it, I could see them rebooting it, and if they did it right, it could be good. But definitely Lost Boys, and they will, but no, I don't want to see them reboot Lost Boys. But maybe I'll be proven wrong. Who knows? Destiny's in the chat. Once again, I am late. Hey y'all, what's going on? Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Denisha saying night is Cobra Kai talk coming. I hope we're getting new episodes on the podcast. We will have new episodes on the podcast. Hopefully, if not today, by tomorrow. And Cobra Kai, Denisha, I'm telling you, you're the cheerleader. You're really pushing for it. I definitely do want to do some Cobra Kai talk. I'm just not sure when we could fit it in because again, the question always is, how much response will we get back from it? So again, you guys let me know. And I've put posts up. By the way, let me ask you guys this. How many of you guys see community posts? Because I've put posts up asking about certain things, things to do. Like, I just put up that one about House of the Dragon. And we don't get much response on community posts. And that's true of a lot of channels, which is too bad because I think for content creators, that's a way for us to kind of ask you guys what you want or what you'd like to see or try to pick your brain. And it's an easy way to do it because sometimes some folks aren't able to live stream a lot. I am. But even still, it's great to get response about that. But if I put up a community post where there's a poll, I'll get hundreds of responses. Which is, I'm not gonna lie, guys, it's a bummer. So I'm just gonna put that out to you guys, like my community here on my channel. I'm just letting you guys know, and I'm not saying you guys specifically, but just to let you guys know that this is definitely something that can be a bummer for any content creator of any channel. It's like we don't get a lot of response on community posts, and I'll never forget when I first had the ability to use it. I thought to myself it would be something really cool as a communication tool, and it is to a certain degree, but not in the way that I thought it would be, not to the level I thought it would be. So let me know what you guys think about that. That's actually a good. Thank you, Denisha, because you kind of position this conversation in that direction. Because to me, I think it's a great way to communicate with viewers. But I've also heard some people say they don't see them, which I guess I can understand that too. But like I said, if I put a poll up saying, well, who's the best Jason, or what movie do you like better, this or that, I'll get hundreds of people that will join in the conversation and vote and so forth. So I'm, you guys know how I am. I'm real with you guys. It is definitely frustrating. It really is. But, you just keep on doing what you got to do. Jamie's saying, I have that $20 Friday 13th set too. I think we all do, from a certain generation. I think we all got it because that was a good deal. $20, you can't beat that for 8 movies. Russell saying Roadhouse and Lost Boys are classics that should be left alone. Yeah. Yep. It's true. And Jamie saying, I love musicals. If you talk musicals, I'd be here. Jamie, you're all right. You're all right. Let's see. Blucka saying, on the other side of that, sticking to your audience topic, you get kind of painted into a Friday 13th Halloween screen corner where it'll just get harder and harder to move away the longer you wait. Good point. But guess what? That's why I've got multiple shows a week. So that will not happen. And that's why we do Slasher Movie Club. And we also have Monster Fridays and, watch parties. And we do talk about things like martial arts and action. And we'll continue to do that. But that's exactly why we continue to do those, because they have nothing to do with Friday 13th, Halloween, or Scream. So, and that's something that, and that wasn't a game plan from the beginning. It's what I wanted to talk about, which is everything, so it's, again, navigating YouTube is pretty crazy because put it this way, Blucka, for instance, if we talk about Blood Cult, how many people, even in this live chat, have seen that episode? I can guarantee there are people that didn't see that episode. And you know why? Because nobody knows what Blood Cult is. Neither did I until I watched it. So it's just basically you're trying to navigate and balance your content, if you want to be a successful channel. And it's a really difficult thing to do. It truly is. Fortunately, and this is no shade to other content creators that are not, but fortunately, and this is just my opinion, I'm one of the biggest Friday the 13th fans out there. So talking about it is no sweat off my back. I could do that all day, every day. Same thing with Halloween and same thing for Scream. So these are things that are in my wheelhouse anyways. And just fortunately, those are topics that people, they just watch. They just watch. And they watch it because they're big fans too. Right. But every single week, I'm also taking the time to talk about movies that, a lot of people may not know about, whether it's, Blood Cult or Good Night, God Bless, or, Just Before Dawn, or Blood and Black Lace, so that's where the balance comes into play, which was always a thing I wanted to do, talking about the Planet of the Apes trilogy, the reboot. Like, there are a lot of people that literally told me, oh, I'm not really into that. It's like, well, we're still going to do it. So I'm just being real about that. That's the type of balance. But I guess what I'm saying is, in a live stream like this, where, it's basically an ask me anything. And also I get to talk to you guys. I'm just being honest with you guys, because you guys, it starts with you guys, about why, certain things are chosen versus others. At least for me, I can't speak about other content creators, but things are chosen in a way where it's either convenient, or that you have a lot that you want to say about it, or that that you'll get a certain amount of feedback from it. And that's just being smart. That's just being smart. So trust me, we won't be getting caught into any type of corner. And that's not to say that channels that are doing it wrong. I'm just talking about the way I want to do things on this channel, So good point. Russell saying Creepshow's werewolf episode was awesome. I liked it. I did too. It was crazy, Okay. Dan said it was okay, Russell. The first two were so strong, though. They were. They really were. It's true. It's true. Let's see. Bob saying that creepy scene with the monkey in Nope is one of my most creepy movie experiences ever. It was creepy. It was so well done in the theater. I was just like, whoa, what's gonna happen here? I'm telling you. Kane really loves horror because we see him in a bunch of low budget movies. He does. I mean, I think he is the real deal. He is the real deal. Carrie saying streaming with Night is always a good time. Just throwing that out there. Well, thank you, Carrie. I appreciate it. And like I said, we put a lot into what we try to do, and hopefully it, people can continue to enjoy it like you. Much appreciated. Let's see. Jason saying, Night, you know how much of a Friday 13th fan I am. I have watched so much Friday 13th content on YouTube. That's awesome. And you have the absolute best. Everyone, please check out the old Friday 13th videos. Thanks so much. I appreciate that, Jason. I can tell you this, we had a blast doing it. And what a lot of people don't know, because again, we had our old channel, that was actually the second time we went through going through the franchise. So to still have that type of fun, doing it again, it was just so much fun. It really was. Jason saying, I love the community posts, also the polls. Yeah, I think they're cool, but like I said, there's not a lot of feedback. Like if we had the amount of feedback on community posts like we do in this live stream, I don't know how many people we have now. It says 27, so that's kind of cool. By the way, Val or Carrie, can we find out how many likes we have? That's the other thing too. We got to get those likes. But if we had as much communication on the community posts as we do in our live streams, I would definitely do more community posts. So just throwing that out there, Jamie saying, I'm so sick of remakes. I demand a higher standard from Hollywood. I know. I hope. Well, I do think we're heading in that direction in a way, because we got great movies like X and Nope and The Black Phone, and we're going to be getting more stuff. So I think we're going to get good stuff from Hollywood, but I definitely think this is a time period where they're also dipping back into the iconic stuff, which I don't mind if it's done well. You know what I'm saying? I've enjoyed these Halloween movies. I'm excited for Friday 13th, and I want Nightmare to come back. And I'd be okay with that. I don't want everything to always come back, but at least with these three, for me growing up, that was the Trinity. So, but I know what you mean. Jason, please keep doing the community posts and polls. I love them. No, I will. I'm just saying I probably would do more. That's all. I'm just saying I probably would do more if we had more interaction, but I'll keep doing them, especially for you guys that are channel members. It's a way to kind of get the word out, and hopefully you guys see it. And if you don't, at least I can say I put a post out there. So definitely for channel members, it's a way to communicate with you guys. Although I communicate with so many of you channel members, either through email or social media and so forth. But yeah, I'll keep doing the posts. Yeah. If they don't have the notification bell on, I don't think they're notified about community posts. I feel you, laugh out loud, right? You know what I'm saying, Kevin. You know what I'm saying, because like you'll put a post out where you think you're passing along some great information or maybe asking a very important question. I think maybe I need to talk more about community posts because it's really the first time I've talked about it and my frustration with it. But anyways, you put a post out like that, and like you just get a couple people that will respond, and it doesn't matter how many subscribers you have, whether you have 100, 1,000, 4,000, 20,000, 30,000. I've seen it on various channels. You'll just see a couple of responses, but if you put out a thing where they're voting on what's their favorite this or that, hundreds will chime in and comment. They're not just voting, but they will comment too. It takes more time to do that. So it is what it is. What are you gonna do? But I will talk more about community posts because, like I said, I think it's a great way to communicate. It really is because I can't communicate with everybody all the time, every day. You know, so that's what the community post is for. Even through comments, you can't communicate with everyone all the time, or even on social media. So the community post is that way to do it. So yeah, for you guys in the live chat, and I'm not just talking about my channel. I'm talking about for Death Central. I'm talking about for all the channels that have it. You know, help the content creators out. Answer community posts. That would be really cool. Steven saying sometimes we don't even get notified. Well, yeah, that does suck. Make sure you got the notification bell on. And I don't know. I mean, the other thing too, and this is the other side of it, and I know that this cannot be done, and I know that. So I'm just gonna say that because I know so many people in this live chat are part of other communities, other YouTube channel communities. So I am in no means trying to, make it sound like you should be doing this. But if you do have certain channels that you support more, a little bit more than others, you can just go to their page and go under community. You never know. You might find some cool stuff. I do that myself. As busy as I am, I do that myself. There's sometimes I'll go, to channels, and I'll go to community posts and just to see what's going on. So that's maybe a tactic that you guys could try if you're not too busy. I know that this is not the only channel you guys follow. But that's a tactic to try. Jamie saying, I love the polls. I always stop to answer them. Oh, Jamie, I appreciate that. And I know you know what it's like because as a content creator, I know you know the pain. Blanca saying community posts would be good if they had a section like recommended videos that wasn't going out of your way to find. I think I know what you mean. Who knows? Maybe YouTube will have something like that at some point. I'm not sure. But all I can say is the way that they're set up now, it's just, like I said, it's a communication tool. So yeah. Carrie saying, I see the posts for the most part. I try to keep up with everything. It's a personal thing that I'm not always the greatest at keeping track of things. I know what that's like. I know what it's like. And this is definitely not a slight to any of you guys, but with a live stream like this, and we've done this on the Lethal Collective, I try to give you guys kind of a little bit of the behind the curtains type of view. And especially for, some of you guys that are newer at this, maybe you'll be able to avoid mistakes that I've made or stressors or whatever. But yeah, I'm just being real. The community post, it's like I said, it's okay. It's okay. It's not what I had hoped it would be as a tool, but you find other ways. This is another way for me to communicate with people. Not as effective because sometimes you have people that'll come in and out of a live stream, but it is what it is. You just try to keep on moving. I think that's the mantra is just try to keep on moving. Some things won't work. A lot of things won't work. You try to find what does and have fun with it and just go with it, Val saying, I see the community posts. I know you do, Val, because you answer almost all of the community posts. And that's great, but again, I know some folks, will miss them or, I'm not able to keep track of so many because, I know you guys support multiple channels. But again, if you're able to, and I'm not just talking about my channel, but support community posts on other channels too, because I think that, and I've had conversations with other content creators, and pretty much all of us feel the same way. Like, community posts, it's it's all right. So, let's see. Russell saying an emotional ending to no spoilers. No spoilers. I'm still catching up on Cobra Kai, but I'm excited to see it. But no spoilers. You guys know the rules. If I'm not talking about it, don't assume that people have seen it. But anyways, but yeah, I do love Cobra Kai, Russell. I do. What's up? There he is. Phil's creepy videos in the chat. Hey there, horror fans. What's going on, Phil? Nice to see you, man. I was just talking about your stream this morning. It's just fun to be in the live chat and just hanging out. and you're pretty much the master of ceremonies. Just the way you communicate with us, then hang out with you, man. It was great to see you. Seriously, it really was. And we put the link to your channel in the live chat. So if you can do that again, Carrie or Val, that'd be great. Seriously, if you have not checked out Phil's creepy videos, do that. I mean, he's just so amazing. And for me, anyways, a cornerstone of the horror community. And he's just awesome. He really is. Jamie saying, I see most of the community posts. Conrad saying, I actually love the community posts. All right. Well, it's interesting. Interesting. Phil saying, sorry, I'm late to the party. Oh, you're not late. We'll be going at least for another hour, I think, unless I get kicked off. Dead Central saying, oh, this is going to be good. When I do a poll, I also just receive about 100 of votes, which is like 3% of my subs. So it must be a notification button problem. Yeah. It could be. It could be, So I guess that's another thing. And obviously, Phil, Death Central, Jamie, you guys that have been around for a long time. I guess we just got to remind people, and I'm doing it right now. If you don't have the notification bell, pushed, please do. Because it helps. It really does help. Let's see. Dre saying, Nightwatch, that's what I love about your channel. I love Friday 13th, and I can never get tired of it. Right? Me neither, man. Me neither. But I love, but Dre, I appreciate it, though, because on Slasher Movie Club, you come to Slasher Movie Club even for movies that nobody really talks about, probably a lot of people don't give a shit about, and you enjoy the conversation, like when we were talking about Blood and Black Lace. You loved that episode, and just stuff that is different. And I like talking about stuff that's different too, and I appreciate that, man. Seriously. Cody saying, are you excited for Beast with Idris Elba? I am. I definitely want to see that. I really do. It looks good. Phil saying, hey to everyone. All right. And people saying, hey to Phil's creepy videos. Yes. Cody saying to Bob, please no spoilers. Some of us haven't seen it yet, bro. Yes. And I'm going to say it one more time. And I know I've said it many times. And unfortunately, I'm going to have to keep saying it. And this is true on the Lethal Collective channel as well. If you are talking about a movie or a TV show, I don't care what it is, don't talk about spoilers. Don't ever do that. Your best bet is to assume that no one has seen it. Okay? The best thing you could do, and what I've done in streams before, is ask. Say, can I talk about spoilers in such and such? And then obviously the content creator can let you know what's going on, or the mods or what have you. So again, no spoilers ever. And I'm gonna be honest, guys, that should make sense. And to be honest, again, this is an honest morning because I had a rough start to getting it situated. It's really frustrating to have to keep saying that. It really is, because most people don't because they figure, well, I don't want to spoil it for people. So just be courteous, guys. Seriously, I don't care what it's about. Just be courteous. Your best bet is to ask first. That's an easy way to do it. So, all right. Jamie saying, I've been wanting to return the camera for months. Right now, I'm waiting to get some dental work done. When it's done, expect a glorious resurrection. Oh, that is awesome. Well, I can't wait. I can't wait, Jamie. And we still got to do some talking. I have not forgotten about that. So, Bluck is saying, when is Jason getting on the live? Which Jason? If you're talking about a certain Jason, I'm waiting on when that Jason can make it. All right. We got 33 likes. Thank you guys. I appreciate that. It really does make a difference. It does. Val saying, here's the link to check out all the amazing Friday the 13th videos. Hey, that's what I'm talking about, Val. You're all right. Seriously. I appreciate that. We had fun doing it and we had some good response from it, which was cool, because God, man, I know I keep saying it, but it's true. There's a lot of time put into each and every episode, and to go through 12 movies, so that was 12 weeks. You have to. It's a lot of planning, guys. That's all I can say. We did it. It came off really well. I'm really happy with those episodes. Proud of it. And but thank you, Val. Thank you for putting that out there. I appreciate it. Conrad saying, I actually love Nightmare 4 more than 5. That was a good community post you added right there. That was a good one. But again, it was a vote. So we had some good response from that. But it was a good one. I did want to see what people would say. So absolutely. Keep doing them because it's mostly your best subs that see it and participate. So just base your channel on their answers. Now, I like that way of thinking of it, man. Seriously. Which is true. No, I'm going to keep doing them, but I'm just saying I probably would do more of them, if we had more interaction. But I'm definitely going to keep doing them because it's the easiest way to make communication with people. There's no way to communicate with so many people in one spot, because even on social media, I'm not connected to everyone. So yeah, but good point. Good point. What's up, Million? What's going on? Good to see you. Good to see you. Jamie saying, I feel like the remake craze has been going on since 1999 with The Haunting, 13 Ghosts, House on Haunted Hill. That was well over 30 years ago. The craze never ends. It's true. It's true. But I think it gets more intense. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was a very intense time for remakes. It really was. And I think we kind of go through these ups and downs with it, but good point. Good point. Cody saying, so I showed a picture to my mom of your background night just to show her what I would like in my room. Laugh out loud. She says she loves the Carrie poster. I do too. It's such a cool poster. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. It's a good one. It's a good one. Blucka saying, Knight always makes these community posts where he excludes the good movie and makes you choose from a buffet of doo-doo, baby, and most of the comments just end up being, why'd you exclude the good one? Isn't that right? It's like, obviously I did it for a reason. That might, and no shade to anyone else, that might be the best comment of the morning. You are so right. Hold on, man. You got me all excited about that. That's all right. Blucka.
You got the hooks for that, pussycat?
Who loves you, baby?
You are so right, man. I will put out a post. And again, if you're one of the people that have done this, I'm talking to you. I will put out a post where I'll say, I'll say, what's the best Nightmare on Elm Street movie? And I'll pick, Freddy's Dead, the remake, and Freddy versus Jason, right? Now, I'm doing that to get an idea of which one you liked out of the movies that usually most people have issues with, because I'm curious, right? I'm not going to put the original in that. Now, sometimes I will, I'll just do a poll where, I'm putting in popular answers or choices. But I liked, first of all, so many channels do this, right? Which is fine. So I'm trying to at least have some type of creativity with it, which is almost damn near impossible. But that's why I do it. And I'll get these comments always like, why didn't you put this in there? Why didn't you put that in there? It's because I didn't want to, It's like, you can make your own community post. What the hell, So it's like, it's crazy, man. It's the life of a YouTuber. But thanks so much, Blucka. I appreciate that and putting it out there. It's like, it's my community post. I'm the one asking the question. If you don't like it, you don't have to answer it, But yeah, I get that all the time. I had one where I asked about different actors. well, why didn't you put this actor in there? Why didn't you put? First of all, the other thing too, YouTube only gives you a certain amount of um, choices that you can put in there. It's not infinite, right? Not that you would want it to be anyway. So good point. Good point. You're all right, man. You're all right. Let's see. You guys are funny. That's too funny. Oh man. All right. Horribee saying remakes and reboots do help to keep some of the big franchises alive and get the new generations interested in those older films that may be lost in time, no matter how much we individually cherish them. That's true. I mean, there is a good side of it. Yeah, there is a good side of it. General Val for president. I'd vote for her. I'd vote for her. Phil saying, "Oh, thanks for the praises. Love you guys." Phil, you're all right, man. You're all right. And another, and I'm just gonna throw it out there. Phil was so kind when he joined us for our Jaws discussion, which was a very special discussion for a lot of reasons. I won't get into the shock of what happened after that episode when we first did it, but we do have that episode on the channel, and it was so much fun. It really was, because that's a very special movie for me and Coriander, and Phil had Phil was just amazing in that episode. But yeah, Phil, you're the man. You're the man. And there's his link. Thank you, Carrie. Jamie saying to Phil, miss seeing you around, buddy. Right? That's what I was thinking this morning. I saw Phil's notification that he was on, and I was like, woo, I got to jump in. And it worked out really well. And it's always a fun time in his live chats, man. It's just fun, just talking. And he does it as well as anyone else. Seriously, when I think of live streaming, I think of people like Phil. I think of people like my buddy Grande from Grande's Graveyard. These guys, they just make it fun doing the live stream. They really do. So all credit to them. All credit to them. Dre saying night. Yes, that's what made me want to watch, because you talk about films I saw that I thought no one really cared about, but you actually talk about them, like the Clown at Midnight episode, right? Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Right? I mean, we did that episode, and like I said, it is what it is, but I'm glad there are a lot of folks that do enjoy it. To me, the thing of it is, and we're getting there, but to be able to get to the point where, just like with this live stream this morning, I mean, it's very fun. We get to hang out, we get to have some laughs and connect. You guys are probably entertaining each other as much as I'm entertaining you, and that's great. We get a chance to hang out. But to be able to have however many people watching this, and we're just kind of just hanging out, that's really, really cool. And that's always the idea for episodes, especially when we talk about movies that nobody really talks about or nobody really knows about, or it might be a forgotten movie from back in the day, like The Clown at Midnight. And the hope is to just get to the point where people enjoy the conversation more than what the specific topic is, right? Or what the specific movie is. That's when we get to that point, you guys will know, because I'll probably do some cartwheels. But that's the idea. But I'm glad that there are some of you guys that enjoy those conversations, because we do too. There are movies, I can't tell you guys how many episodes, especially in the slasher movie club series, where we went into a movie knowing that we were going to talk about it, because again, our list is created through the handbook that we have. That was just kind of the thing for this series, to not really know which movies we were going to talk about. We were following what was in the book, and it's been fun. But there's times when we had movies that would come up, and I'd say, what the hell I've never seen that. And I might think, this ain't going to be great. And there's times that it may not have been, but there's been so many times where I've found gems or movies that I'm like, wow, I wish I had saw that back in the day. This is a great movie, or it's a fun movie. So yeah, no, I appreciate that, Dre. I really do, because it means a lot. If we're talking about Friday 13th, I know there are going to be people that are interested in that, because Friday 13th is a popular franchise, and that's great. or Halloween. That's great. That's great. But for the people that check out the episodes like Clown at Midnight, those are, that's pretty special to us and very special to me. So I'm just putting that out there. But thank you, man. I appreciate the support. I really, really do. And Carrie, you are correct. Yeah, just out of respect, no spoilers. Assume that's the thing, guys. And again, we've said it, I've said it, God has said it. No spoilers. I mean, just assume that no one has seen a movie. And your best way to handle it is to ask. Just say, "Hey, Knight, can we talk about what happened in Nope?" Or, "Hey, Knight, can we talk about what I mean, think about this. Carrie is in the chat. She's done some great, and I haven't seen it, but I know it's great stuff on Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. I know it's great stuff because she's great, right? She's not talking about spoilers because she knows everyone hasn't seen it, including myself. And that's why I haven't watched her videos. But it's, but I will see it and I will watch her videos, and you guys should too. But again, just assume that no one has seen it, and then you'll know. Then you'll know, and you'll handle it the right way. Jamie saying, "I'm looking forward to doing some talking with you." Yes. Me too. That'll be a lot of fun. Seriously. Let's see. Michael's in the chat saying, "Sup, Night? What's up? What's up? Nice to see you. Good to see you." Nathan saying, "Had to rewatch Orphan last night, and it was so good." It is, and I can't wait to watch First Kill. Oh, and you're excited for it too? Yep. Yes. I can't wait to watch it. Million saying, "Hope we get that Friday trilogy." Me too, man. Seriously. Woo, I'm telling you. Jamie, who loves you, baby? Right? You know what's going on.
You got the hooks for that, pussycat?
Who loves you, baby?
Telly Savalas. All right, guys. Now, real quick, because I'm going to be doing a coffee a coffee break in a second. Get my other cup of coffee, but I did want to throw this out there because I know we haven't done this in a little while. But do a little scenario stuff. We haven't done that in a while, but I want to put this out here, to see what you guys think because we haven't done it in a little while. So let's get ready to do at least one. We'll see. We'll see how many we get through. At least one scenario. All right. Let's begin. Okay, our first scenario, and some of these you guys might have seen, but some haven't. So I wanted to make sure, at least for some of these, that we could do these for folks that haven't seen it. So our first scenario, here we go. All right. Now I know you guys probably didn't see all that, so let's do that again. And actually, I'll keep it up. I'll keep it up this time. And I'll read it for those guys that might be just listening and not actually watching. You are driving at night and realize that you don't recognize where you are. Somehow you are totally lost. You have no cell reception. There are no other vehicles around until one car appears behind you, flashing its lights. It follows you continually for miles and you can't escape it. What do you do? Okay, so let's have you guys, hopefully, if you're interested in it, give me an answer to what you would do. Okay. All right. Let's see what we got for some answers. Do. And before we get to that, we still got a couple comments to catch up on here. So I'm going to throw this out here. Let's see. Jamie saying, I wish I had community post option. I have about 75 subs to go to hit 500. If you have not subscribed to Jamie Hart, do that now. But I will say this, Jamie, I'm not trying to sound like Debbie the Downer, but maybe it'll be different. I don't know. I mean, because I think, you have a lot of interesting ways that you talk about, movies and the things that you love to do and so forth. So maybe you'll find it a little bit differently with your community post option when you get it. But definitely talk about it. And I probably don't do enough of that. Today was really maybe one of the first times I've talked about community posts and the importance of them. So, but yeah, we got to get you to 500. Bluck is saying, I love messing with you every now and then on the community post by asking why you didn't put it in there to see your response, because I can only imagine how annoying it gets. Don't hate me. Well, no, but see, there's a difference though, because I know when you're messing with me, right? But that's because we have conversations outside of community posts and outside of live chats, right? So I know when you do it, it's totally to be having fun and maybe even to just pick my brain, which is fine, right? But there are some people, and I know you've seen it, but there are some people that are dead serious, like they are like, dude, why didn't you put the original in this, or why didn't you do this? So much different. I actually get a kick out of it when some of you guys might do that type of thing and you're playing around. It really is a fun thing. But when people do it and they're seriously asking, or they're seriously, whatever, butthurt about it, it's like that just gets annoying, Kevin saying, I feel your pain, right? I know it, man. I know it. Let's see. No one could hate you. Your picture alone makes me giddy. It's true though. It's true. It's a good image. Russell, that's a good one. All right. Let's see. Jamie. I love the Friday remake stupendous movie with stupendous chess. Jamie, really? See, now you're making me think of myself. We're gonna have to do a watch party of the Friday reboot, and you got to be on the panel. That's what I'm thinking. Just for your reaction at that scene alone, I'm telling you. Dre saying, and you actually love slashers, which are my best friend in the horror genre. Yes, I do. It's a great subgenre. It really is. Let's see. You guys are so funny. Carrie says, Night, I even put in the title of my body's video, go watch the movie first, right? Exactly. Have you seen the movie Laid to Rest and its sequel, Chrome Skull? Yes, Laid to Rest is a good one, man. It is a good one. Yeah, I know. I was like, I want to see more. Well, I won't spoil stuff, but I'd like to see more of those. It's kind of like a throwback to the old school, Didn't you do a Laid to Rest video, man? I could have sworn you did. And if you didn't, you should, but I could have sworn you did, man. Obviously, and I think I've already said this, but subscribe to Death Central. Do that. You will be glad you did. Let's see. Miss Carter saying, I get what you mean about spoilers. I'm sure it wasn't intentional, but now I know Nope has a monkey scene. I'll be going through the whole movie watching and waiting for that scene. Yeah. It's like, yeah. That's all I can say is yeah. Oh, and Jen had to leave. Have a great day, everyone. I need to get going. Lots to do. Okay, Jen. Hope you have a great day. like everyone else was saying. And I might be too late, but you know. All right. Dre saying, this scenario sounds terrifying. I think I would keep driving until my gas ran out and then prepare for my fight of my death or life. Fight of my death or life. Yeah, there you go. Nanette says, drive faster. Kevin says, I stop, take my machete, and go see what's up. I can see that. Cody saying, I would stop the car, get out and tell them to stop and have them roll down the window and ask, why have you been following me? And pray to God it's not a ghost driving the car. All right. You guys got some good ones. I love this stuff. Dre saying, I think it's cool how they did that. I think it was the tone. I don't know. I've tried to watch it multiple times and just can't connect to it. Okay. I think you're talking about the Friday movies. Yeah. Not a fan of the reboot. Oh, okay. I got you. Million saying, stop my car, ask for directions with my head out of the window and my fully loaded 44 on my lap. There you go. Carrie saying, I would personally keep swerving to throw them off. And if that doesn't work, then I would take a turn into a cornfield that's on the left there and hope that the children of the corn will do the rest. Oh, Lord. That was good. I like that. I miss doing these. Conrad said, I'm pressing on the gas pedal and going full throttle. And just to be safe, I'll have my gun with me. People are crazy as fuck nowadays. It's true. Freaking Jamie. No, let's stop for a second. Hold on. Hold on. I'm sorry, man. Let me just read this. Oh, man. Jamie says, I'd pull off the road, grab my mini bat, and say, please don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry. Then I'd start smashing headlights and windshields until they are scared and jet. Jamie, you always have a bat around in these scenarios. Seriously. And Carrie's even saying, Jamie don't play, right? Oh, man. When it comes from growing up with four brothers, I had to be creative. I get it. Russell saying, first of all, don't stop driving, keep going, because it could be a maniac cop or a creep in general. Then I realize it's aliens flashing its beams of light on me and turning into Nope again. Why? Why? Oh, Lord, that's great. I grab my shotgun and say, welcome to Earth, you ugly aliens, and shoot its light beam. It crashes to the road. I'm all out of bubble gum. All right. Nice. Too funny. Nathan saying Joyride is an underrated horror film. It is. I had thought about doing an episode on that because it is really underrated. No doubt. Death Central saying, yeah, it's awesome indeed. And thanks for the shout out. I did make both movies as one of my first videos like 3 years ago. Oh, I knew I had seen that. But yeah, no problem, man. Seriously. Your videos are awesome. It's like the best of both worlds because you're watching horror and you're watching, these great moments in the movies and you're getting pumped up because of the music. So it's awesome. Jamie saying, if I appeared on Region Free more often, I'd probably be at 500 already. But, I've been fighting illness, but I'm on the upswing now. That is awesome. I'll be back very soon to both Region Free and my own. That is so cool. Seriously. And speaking of which, if you guys have not checked out Region Free, do that. It's so cool because this morning on Phil's stream, Piz was in there and we were talking about Friday the 13th and Sean Cunningham and all that type of stuff. By the way, Region Free is really, really cool. And yeah, Jamie, I think you should definitely get back to Region Free when you can. And then you got to come on and talk on my channel. We got to do that, or either I jump on yours or something. We got to do something. But that's really cool. I'm glad you're feeling better. That's all that really counts. Seriously. Russell, what are you doing asking for directions? My bat is my favorite melee weapon. I can tell. I really can. Oh, man. Too funny. All right. Let's do... You guys got me. That was great. Let's do another one. And see what we get. Let's see. Here we go. Our next scenario. This is our next one, and hopefully you guys will enjoy this one. And I'll read it for those that are just listening in. And by the way, if you're ever on a long drive or at work and you can't watch us on YouTube, we do have a lot of our episodes in podcast and audio format on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and so forth. So, but this is scenario number 2. It says, while at a family gathering, you hear explosions. That's not spelled correct, but you hear explosions and loud screams outside. No one else is reacting to it or believes you. What do you do? Well, this one is a pretty straightforward one, I would think. Let's see what you guys come up with. You hear explosions and loud screams, and no one else is reacting to it, and they should be. No one believes you that you hear that. So what do you do? Okay, let's see what we have for some answers here. Horror B. Slam on my brakes, get out of the car, and do a Jennifer Love Hewitt. What are you waiting for, huh? That would have been a good one. Jamie saying, one of my brothers used to make bats. He made me a special mini bat with extra weight to protect myself. When you're only 5 feet tall, you need to compensate. That's cute. That's cute. Val saying, I would slam on my brakes, jump out, and yell, I'm running this scenario right now. That was good, Val. Good for you. That was good. That that was awesome. Oh man. That was a good one. You're catching up, man. You did it. I know. It takes a while to catch up. I guess that's a good problem to have because it means that you guys are having fun. Dove saying kill everyone. All right. Wow. There you go. Cody saying I would say F y'all. I'm out, get in the car and dip and look back saying y'all should have come with me, suckers, and then play It's the End of the World as We Know It. All right. This is good. Dove saying pull the tablecloth off and see if anyone noticed. Great REM song. It is a great REM song. I love that song. Go check out to see if I'm crazy or have been raised by crazies. There you go. All right. Miss Carter saying, nothing unusual about that with my dysfunctional family gatherings. Ooh, okay. Val saying, I would open the front door, grab the family member near me, push them out the door, and hope for the best. Oh, man. That is too funny. Kyle saying, hide somewhere everyone else is on their own. I don't care if you believe me or not. All right. Russell saying, I'd call Sam and Dean or Mulder and Scully because nobody believes in aliens or the supernatural. I look outside and find it's monsters. The army is blasting at them with missiles and people are running. There you go. Annette saying, get away from the people as fast as I can and go far away from that place and try to avoid people. All right. Dove saying, go into a soliloquy about being a black sheep scapegoat and how no one ever listens and you're surrounded by zombie narcissists who can't even hear explosions. Realize midway you're totally insane. Wow. Now you thought about that one. I like that answer. That's a good one. You really put the time and the commitment into that one. I appreciate that, Dove. And then start a food fight. All right. Lewis saying, pretend I don't hear it and set up an appointment with a psychiatrist after the gathering. All right. Dove, start drinking heavily. That could help. It could, maybe. Carrie saying, if it's at one of my family gatherings, the reason why they're not reacting is because it's just another typical family gathering. All right. Dove saying, throw the turkey through the window to get a better view of the bombs. Russell said, I tell people in the building, do not go outside. It's not safe because it's become Cloverfield reborn. And there you go. It's a good movie. Jamie saying, I'd go check to see what's going on out there, ready for a fight. When I open the door, I'm suddenly sucked into a vortex and dragged through a wormhole. What? To a New Kids on the Block concert. A shirtless Donnie saves me. Oh man, you guys are coming up with some good ones today, man. I can tell you guys because we haven't done these scenarios in a couple weeks, so you guys have been like saving the creativity for today. That's great. Miss Carter saying most likely make sure no one is seriously injured. Get the hell out of Dodge. Let them battle out whoever is attacking them because they didn't believe me. There you go. Conrad saying, I would scream, you don't hear that shit? Because I sure as hell do. Well, forget y'all. I'm out of here. That's too funny. New Kids on the Block often save me from insane family gatherings. Have you ever been to a Scottish family gathering? It's chaos. I have never been to a Scottish family gathering. But, seriously, Jamie, and I don't know if you've done this, but you should tell a story about that. That would be really cool. I'd like to hear that. That'd be really cool. Russell saying the monsters are smashing cars and crazy explosions happening. I'll remember not to piss the general off. I'm not getting thrown outside, right? Don't mess with the general. That's just the bottom line. Don't mess with the general. Seriously. Too funny. You guys, I'm telling you. That's great. Great answers. Those great answers, guys. I had fun with that. I really did. Oh man. Now, and for you guys, I was thinking about doing another one, but we'll see. We might have time for another one. But I wanted to do something else because I did have someone that did not get a chance to see in my last morning stream when I did our Friday the 13th tributes. So I might play that. We'll see. But let me catch up to you guys. I'm pretty caught up, which is cool. Yeah, the ending of the original, that's what started it, man. I was able to watch it and get through it. It scared the shit out of me, but yeah, I was able to get through it. Let me catch up to you guys. I don't know why. I just decided to do that because usually I'd play it, but I figured I'd watch it with you guys, Let's see. And Dove was saying, I think about stuff. I could tell with your response. Seriously, that was a good response. It was deep. Let's see. Treat your mother right. That's too funny. That's become a thing, hasn't it? Right? And and Dre saying, Russell, if you only knew how many times I sing that daily because of this channel. That's great. You guys are all right. That's right, man. Good old Ralph. Dre saying, my favorite's part 3. Carrie says, Kevin Bacon. That's right. You're all doomed. That's right. Jason X is sweet, man. I have a good time with it. I really do. Over the years, I've grown to love it even more. Like it's one of those movies, and we did a watch party on it, and we had a blast, a lot of laughs and smiles. Conrad saying some of my favorites are Part 6 and the remake. Yeah, I love 6. I love the remake too. This video is fire. Thanks, Val. Yeah, we're getting some love for Jason X. Part 6 and 7 are my faves. All right. Yeah, 7 is probably 7 and 5 are probably the 2 entries, maybe Jason X as well, that have risen the most as far as, favorites for me since I was a kid. When I was a kid watching them, 7 was, it was okay, but it wasn't among my favorites, but it's become a favorite of mine. Especially in the last decade or so, Dre saying Night Watch Zone, man, you're forever dope for this montage. I go through so many emotions with this. Yeah, see, man, that's what I like to hear. And I know not everyone gets geeky like that. And I mean it in a positive way because I get geeky about it. But I mean, I put it together and, don't get me wrong. I mean, it's just parts from the movie. So it's not special in that way, but my passion for the movies is what makes it special for me because I'm trying to put them in a certain way and to go with the music and little things I'm saying here and there, and I get really geeky like that, so thanks for that, man. I appreciate it because I love doing those types of things, and I've been fortunate enough to be able to do them for most of our major franchises like Halloween. I did one for Nightmare. I did one for this. Well, actually, I did a couple for Friday the 13th. Rambo when we did Rambo, Terminator when we did the Terminator franchise, Phantasm, and I know Jason, if he's still in the chat, he's an absolute cheerleader for Phantasm. And unfortunately, we didn't have a lot of response for Phantasm, but it was a fun franchise to go through, and I did a tribute to Phantasm, which it's just fun. It's emotional, Thank you, Nanette. I appreciate that. I really do. What's up, Anthony? Anthony's in the chat. He's in the chat. And Dre, thanks, man. I appreciate it. I do. Jamie saying Uber Jason rules, right? Yeah. Val's a fan too. Uber Jason does kick ass. Yep. When he folds the sheriff. I know, man, right? Kevin saying, nice job with the edit. Thank you. Wow. Now, seriously, that means a lot coming from you because, man, you do awesome edits. You really do. So I really appreciate that. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. There's still some things to learn and to work on. I've actually edited that a couple times, and I got a couple more things I want to tweak a little bit. But I really appreciate that, seriously, and because I mean, editing is definitely. I mean, some people I think are probably just naturally good at it. I wasn't. I really had to practice it. But I appreciate that, man. Seriously, I think your editing skills are off the hook. One day I'll get there. One day I'll get there. Yeah, one day. But thanks, man. I really appreciate that for real. Seriously. Conrad said Trent had it coming. Laugh out loud. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. Two Boys is in the chat. What's up? Love that scene. Absolutely. Dude, that goalie is pissed about something. Yes. Two Boys saying I had a great interview with Ari Lehman on my channels. He was the first Jason. That is awesome. That is very, very cool. Yeah. From what I understand, Ari is really, really cool. Everything I've seen and heard from him. Yeah. Miss Carter saying, I always thought there was a resemblance between Ginny and Pam. I wonder if Jason Roy thought the same thing. Maybe. Jamie saying, Kyle MacLachlan's wife. I didn't know that. No. Tom MacLachlan, who directed Jason Lives. His wife played that character where she was in the mud puddle and she's screaming and she wanted to give him money. Here, take my money. And, and then Jason just kills her right there. So, yeah. That's a cool little tidbit. She was a really cool character, man. I was sad to see her go. You ain't Dirty Harry. Oh man, Jason X meets Sharknado. Oh my gosh. Right. And Steven's saying that Jason has got a couple of birthdays coming up. He does. I think it's 2 next year, I believe. Yeah. Million saying Ralph was smart enough to know it was dangerous there, but not smart enough to leave. Right? I know. Conrad saying that was the wife of the Friday 13th Part 6 director that got killed in Part 6, huh? Yes, that was Tom MacLachlan, who was the director of Part 6. His wife, I forgot her name. Was it Elizabeth or anyways, but she's his wife. She got killed in that. Yeah. She also, from what I understand, was very helpful on set with the other actors and making sure that everybody was taken care of and stuff like that. So Tom MacLachlan is awesome, guys. He really is. I love his approach to 6. I love his style. I definitely would have loved to have seen him do another Friday, and he from what I understand, he would love to do another Friday too. I don't know if that would happen, but I like the way his mind worked. But he did, as far as I understand, does I should say, have a whole script or outline that he'd love to do that does do some backstory on Pamela and so forth and Jason. So definitely Tom MacLachlan. He's awesome. Conrad saying that montage makes me get all geeked out. Right? I know, man. Me too, man. And you can't even imagine how many times I've seen it, especially while I obviously edited it and stuff and worked on it for friggin' weeks. But I still love watching it. Conrad said, wait, you did one for Nightmare? Where, bro? Dude, I'm telling you, man, there's a lot of treasures on this channel. It's, as far as I can remember, it's under my Nightmare on Elm Street playlist. Check it out, man. It's for the Final Girls. Maybe if I get time, I'll play it here. We'll see. But yeah, I've got to rework it a little bit. There's some stuff I want to do on it, but we'll see. Let's see. But yeah, it is on there. Jamie. Oh, sorry, Twin Peaks on the mind. As per laugh out loud. You say Tom, I hear Kyle. Yes, yes, yes. Too funny. Two boys saying, if you type in the spotlight Ari Lehman, you can check it out if interested. Yeah, I'll probably have to check that out, man, because I've seen a couple interviews with him. He's really, really cool. He's a really cool dude. And he was the first. He was the first. Conrad saying his wife was also in Freddy's Nightmares. That's cool. Yeah. Death Central saying, if I would have been over 6'4", my dream job would have been a slasher and a horror movie franchise. Yeah, wouldn't that have been cool, man? I know what you're saying. That would be awesome. Two boys saying, which Jason are you hoping for in the new movie? Kane Hodder type or Derek Mears type or different? Well, I'm gonna be honest, and hopefully, and you probably have two boys, but because I've done a couple of Friday 13th videos in the last week, and I've got some more coming out, maybe even one later on today. I'm not sure. I got to finish doing a little bit of edit. I got a lot of stuff to do, a lot of editing to finish up, plus to prep for tomorrow's live stream, which, by the way, I want to throw this out here. Tomorrow will be live, a special live. The thumbnail is not up yet, but keep a lookout and have the notification bell on, and it'll be a special one. So I got a lot of stuff I got going on to get ready for a lot of stuff. But anyways, listen, this is a tough question to answer because I love Derek Mears. You know, I think he was a great Jason in the reboot, and I would love to see him come back. But I also think it would be fitting if they allowed Kane to come back. You know, even if it's in a smaller capacity as Jason, maybe close-ups, or maybe I don't know. It's hard to say because of course him and Derek have two different body types as well, you know. But the fan in me would love Kane to come back just one more time, or if this is a trilogy, I just think he needs to be involved. And I think it's the right thing to do because he should not have been left out of Freddy versus Jason, in my opinion. And I know a lot of people have different opinions, and that's fine. But I just think that he's proven to not only be good for the franchise, but good for the fandom, and he's awesome at conventions. He's very active. And to me, he was a freaking awesome Jason. He really was. I mean, I love so many of them. I'm a big Richard Brooker fan. But I think Kane brought some interesting stuff to Jason that no one else does. Okay. And that's just my opinion as a lifelong fan since I was a little kid, 7 years old. So I wish they could bring him back. I talked about this in my last video, so I probably shouldn't say it now because you should check out the video, but I will say this. The way that they did Halloween with James Drew Courtney, you had Nick Castle filling in a little bit here and there. Maybe you did something like that where Kane could have, more screen time, instead of just like the 10% that Nick Castle did, maybe give Kane, 40% or even 50%, maybe the close-ups, maybe some of the kill scenes, maybe, I don't know, but I just think that it'd be great to have him in it, as Jason. I think that's the right thing to do, Russell saying, I'm hoping Kane Hodder comes back as Jason one more time. Yeah. That's Central saying amen. I agree. I really agree. I think he deserves it. He's earned it. And it kind of rights the wrongs of Freddy versus Jason. Because seriously, guys, as a fan, I've seen a lot of Kane Hodder interviews and read a lot in magazines and online. That really hurt him, that he wasn't brought in for Freddy versus Jason. And I could only imagine because for years, and we waited for years for that movie, he was hyping it up. He was trying to hype it up, saying, yeah, we're trying to get it done. We're trying to get it done. He was, him and Robert. And then when it didn't happen, it was like, oh, man, Two boys saying maybe they, like they've done with Nick Castle, do the same with Hodder. Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying. Absolutely. Excuse me. I think they could do it that way. I really do. Death Central saying the pro wrestling style heavy breathing is magic on Jason, and yeah, Kane should have been in Freddy versus Jason. Yeah, yeah, I agree. I was so shocked when I found out that he was not Jason. It was like, why? It's like, it's crazy because when, and if you guys have not seen, or if you don't own Crystal Lake Memories, you got to do that. If you're a Friday fan, you got to do that. Whew, you got to, okay? It's available. It's everywhere. I've got the book. I've got the Blu-ray. I've got it on streaming. I'm a huge Friday fan. What can I say? But um, when they talked about doing part 8, and even part 9, the thing that all these directors kept saying is, Kane is Jason. Why wouldn't we bring him back? And that was kind of the vibe, for those 4 movies that for the 3 movies he did. Once he did 7, and then 8, 9, and 10. And it's like, why? I just don't understand that. It was a studio decision. To me, it was the wrong decision. And nothing against Ken Kersinger and Freddy versus Jason, because he's just there to do a job. But the direction of having Jason be so Frankenstein like, I think was just a horrible decision. I hate the way they characterized Jason in that movie. I really do. He had some good moments, like the bed fold and some of that other stuff, but overall, that just wasn't a good Jason portrayal, in my opinion. Just my opinion, So let's see. Not today, bots. Jamie saying, personally, I love Derek Mears as Jason. Not that Kane Hodder isn't great. Yeah. Yep. Two boys saying Hodder, who has severe burn scars across most of his body after an early career fire stunt gone wrong, almost played the role of Freddy Krueger. Yeah. Well, and he actually did play Freddy too in that scene at the end of Jason Goes to Hell with the glove when it comes out to grab Jason's mask. That's Kane Hodder. So he always enjoyed the fact that he got a chance to play Freddy. He wanted to play Michael Myers as well. It's funny, there's a lot of connections between the Trinity, you know what I'm saying? Because like Dick Warlock, who played Michael in Halloween 2, he was on Friday 5. He portrayed Jason along with Morga and a couple of those other guys for Friday 5. So there's a lot of connections. You had the Sean Cunningham and Wes Craven connections. So those 3 franchises have a lot in common with each other, which is really, really cool. Two boys saying, sucks how the director never even watched movies from the franchises and should have had more justice with better director. I agree. I think it's just too bad. And not that Ronnie Yu, he obviously did some interesting things for Bride of Chucky. So I understand kind of, I don't know. I just don't think he was the right person for Freddy versus Jason. Don't get me wrong. I think that the story in general, the structure of the story was maybe about as good as we're going to get to try to marry those 2 mythologies. Because I'll tell you what, man, they went through, I don't even know how many story ideas, like 20, 25, and this was years, over a decade, trying to figure out a way to bring those 2 together. And I think what they came up with was fairly good. It made a lot of sense in a way, as far as Freddy, and his mythology mixed with Jason and his mythology. But I just think the direction they went with it, I just don't think was as good as it could have been. There were great things in it, and Robert was great in it, and geez, I'm talking so much about this. Check out our Freddy versus Jason episode, because we talked a hell of a lot about all that. But yeah, I'm with you on that, seriously. Val saying, if you'd like to join in the exclusive members only watch party of Creep Show, hit the join button, become a Jason Bourne member or higher. Yes, the after parties are absolute fun. Thanks, Val. I appreciate that. And yes, we are having a blast with the Creep Show exclusive watch parties. And we're going to have more exclusive watch parties for you guys that have been a part of some of the watch parties at night. We've been having a blast. And I definitely want to make sure that we provide, that type of fun also for our channel members that are so generous. You guys have no idea how much it helps the channel. It helps me to be able to do streams specifically like Thursday, Thursday morning streams, which, there are times when, I could be at work or working, but I'm able to do this because of channel membership. So thank you so much. And thanks, Val, for putting that up there. I appreciate it. Let's see. Yeah, it would have been great to see Kane, in Freddy versus Jason. I agree. Kane is all the slashers. Nice, right? Yeah. Isn't that funny? It's so funny. He did Leatherface too. That's right. It's right. It's so true. Yep. Two Boys saying Robert made the character definitely, but I think if a better story, Jackie or Haley could have performed better. I agree. I think Jackie did a great job, but the story, the direction they took, it didn't work as well as it should have or could have. So yeah, I agree. Let's see. What? Good vibes. Love being in the zone. I don't know if I read that right. Lewis saying, I don't like how they had Jason terrified of water in Freddy versus Jason. Yeah, I agree. That was kind of like, yeah, I don't know. That didn't work for me either. Oh, I see what you did, boys. Those are the I like the emojis. That is great. I like those. They're awesome. Thanks for using them. That's cool. I'm thinking about adding some more. Yeah, okay, yep. I got it now. Oh man. But yeah, I think the direction that they took with the Nightmare remake, it just wasn't what it could have been, and I think it's too bad because I mean, look, we're talking about 13 years for Jason, not being around. And the big thing was because of all the legal stuff. But look at Nightmare on Elm Street. Like, we gotta figure out something soon, man. We really do. Especially if we want Robert to come back, which he says he would. He says he'd want to. And I know he said that a while back. And maybe it is too late. But the fan in me would love to see him, as Freddy again. But who knows? But he was great in Freddy versus Jason. That was really cool, seeing him, in Freddy versus Jason. Two Boys saying, what does Friday the 13th series need to do for a new great trilogy? Need to have for a new great trilogy? I think what they need to do is go back to the basics. I mean, and I'm doing videos for it, like I've been talking about, so I don't want to get too deep into it, but I think they need to go back to the basics. They need to obviously have some really good practical effects, make sure it's practical. It's got to be practical. It has to have that type of charm. Some of those things you're never going to recreate, that 80s charm. But I think that is an ingredient that really helps with Friday the 13th. And that's one thing about the reboot or remake, whatever we want to call it, that it didn't have as much of as it should have. I think is a little bit that 80s charm. They did a lot of good things, but they had some missteps. And the other thing too is you got to have characters that you can connect with, right? Characters that you just root for. Like when I watched Friday 2 or Friday 3 or Friday 4 or Friday 5, like I was rooting for those characters. I was so invested in those characters because they had a certain charm or likability or what have you. So whatever they do with this next movie or trilogy, they got to have characters that you really connect with and that you like. I think those are some of the most important things. That Central saying Jason is always in water. He's not scared of it. I agree. That was stupid. The only way they found for Freddy to stop him. Yeah. Yep. I agree. Conrad saying Freddy was rocking that demonic look in Freddy versus Jason. Yeah, I think, and I think they did a great job. That Central saying it too. I think they did a great job. It was so much better than the way he looked in Freddy's Dead, in my opinion. And the Dream Child, I did like the new design for Wes Craven's New Nightmare. I thought that was pretty creative. But anyways, but yeah, the way he looked in Freddy versus Jason, outside of New Nightmare, because that's kind of outside of the continuity. The way he looked in Freddy versus Jason, I think, was the best he looked since the Dream Master. You know, so Kyle saying, I personally would like to see them show when Jason was at the camp when he was little. I want to see more of that when the counselors and how he drowned. I think that would be cool. If they could weave that in, and again, I've got an idea, I've got some, and again, guys, we're having a lot of conversation about this. So I hope you guys check out the videos when they come out, because they will be, because we just have had so much Friday stuff that we wanted to do, and now we're going to do it at a much faster rate, because this is the time. This is, people are really hyped up and wanting this new Friday movie or trilogy, which is of course what I've been saying. I would love to see them continue that formula of it being a trilogy and having a story arc that follows in a trilogy. I think that's one thing that's really been cool about this this iteration of Halloween, is that it's a story arc that continues, and I think that's really cool, among along 3 movies. So yeah, but I'd love to see some of the origin stuff. I think there's ways that they could weave that in there. I really do. Two Boys saying, the one thing I don't like is the portrayal of Jason fearing water, yet many of the movies showing him coming up out of water or being around. Exactly. Yeah. Yep. Jason got to be undead for me. I want him to take damage but keep coming up. Yeah, I mean, when I think of part 6, that was the thing that really got me, man, because it was like, he was shot and he'd go down and then, get back up. And it was like, dude, he can't be stopped. How is Tommy going to stop him, And really all Tommy did was delay, just kind of put him in a resting spot. So yeah, that was some cool stuff. As a kid watching that stuff, it definitely it ramped up my fear for Jason, because it's like he can't be stopped. Stevenson, I think we can all agree Jason's a very special boy. He is. Two Boys saying, let's get a group of counselors going to training for a camp for upcoming summer, but it's wintertime, and as the van is traveling, it takes a wrong turn and breaks down. Snow starts to fall. They need to find shelter and come across Camp Crystal Lake, a frozen Crystal Lake. Yeah, that would be cool. And I think, we've talked about, or I've talked about this for Scream 6 and the 7th movie as well. You got to do some different things, especially with Scream. Friday 13th has always kind of moved around and done some different things in the mythology, which I appreciate, and usually it works. But I do think with this new, I'm just gonna say trilogy, y'all. That's my hope, is that it's a trilogy. But I do hope with this new trilogy that they do some different things like that. I think it'd be really cool to have part of the story be during the winter time, to have stories that take place. I mean, shit, man, it could be rainstorms, a hurricane, I don't care, but just some different stuff, and yeah, I would love to see that. Two Boys saying, do you have Instagram? I sure do, and hopefully you can see it right there. The Night Watch Zone. Yep. And I've tried to spend more time on Instagram lately too. And again, going back to our conversation earlier with the community posts, again, it's just a way to get in touch with people, communicate with people. And for a lot of you guys that do communicate on Instagram, but yeah, check me on Instagram. Sometimes, and Instagram is the same way a little bit. I mean, granted, I have gone through ups and downs of being, of posting a lot on there. So I'm trying to be a lot more consistent with it lately. But, definitely there are times that I've posted some really, cool or important channel news there. When we were at the convention, we did some Instagram lives. It was the first time I had done those, and those were pretty fun. And I'm thinking of, I wasn't going to say this today. I was going to put it in a community post, but I don't know how many people would see it or respond to it. But I was going to say one thing I was thinking about doing for next week is to maybe do an Instagram live, not for very long, maybe 15 or 20 minutes before I go live here for my morning stream, just to kind of, um, you know, connect with some folks that may not always get a chance to come into this live in the morning. And I know some folks are really connected to Instagram more, and so forth. So we'll see. We'll see. To be continued. We'll see. But I do have a lot of different ideas how to integrate, because one thing that's I mean, I guess it's a good problem to have, but in the community for this channel specifically, we have a lot of different doors. There are a lot of folks that I communicate with on Twitter, and there's a group of folks I communicate with on Instagram, and then of course through YouTube or email or community posts. So I'm really trying to kind of integrate everybody, because I find that a lot of times people say, "Oh, well, I didn't know that," or "I didn't hear that." So I'm working on trying to integrate everyone a little bit more. So, two boys saying, "Got it." Okay, good. Lewis saying, "How was Freddy able to fight Jason in the real world? I've seen Freddy get killed by women in the real world." Right? I know, and that's the one thing about Freddy versus Jason, is that once he comes into the real world, it shouldn't even be an issue, which it wasn't. I mean, Jason kind of took him out, was able to handle him pretty well. But like I said, I think they did okay with the story. That was about as good as it was going to get, in my opinion, especially all the other drafts of the stories that they had for Freddy versus Jason. I don't think any of them sounded nowhere near as good as what we got. I mean, it was so many people attached to that movie, writing up scripts and trying to come up with storylines. It was crazy. We get Friday the 13th dates in October 2023, September and December in 2024. So we should get a trilogy based around those dates. That would be nice. It would. Yeah, it would. I agree. Nanette saying, "I would try to come on to your live stream on Instagram, but the last two you did, I missed." Yeah, and those were impromptu, so definitely don't feel bad about that. We kind of just said, "Hey, let's try it." I really wasn't planning to do it at first, but then I thought to myself, it's a little bit easier to do the Instagram lives than a live stream like this, because like with this, I have to set up StreamYard, I have to have everything has to be set up differently. So the Instagram live was an easier way to do it, and it worked out pretty good. And we were able to get some interesting moments on video, recorded. And so yeah, I'm gonna do more of those. So just saying, guys, if you're not following me on Instagram, do that. I don't talk a lot about that because I'm not on Instagram all the time. But I do talk to a lot of you guys on Instagram, like Nanette and Conrad and Carrie and all those folks, Val. So definitely follow me on Instagram, and I am going to try to spend more time there, and so forth. So yeah. Freddy developed karate also to take down. I know, right? Yeah, Robert doing knees and elbows. I'm like, what the hell is Robert doing? But I took it for what it was. But you're right. I noticed that too. I was like, what? They got Freddy doing friggin' kung fu. What the hell's going on here? You know? But again, the movie was all right. The movie was all right. I remember seeing it in the theater, and I did have fun with it. But I just wish they had if they portrayed Jason better, like if it was Kane as Jason and he had that Kane vibe and physicality going on, I would have loved the movie. I really would have. I definitely would have liked it a hell of a lot more. So yeah. Steven said, "You got to stick with what works." Ain't that the truth? It's so true. It's so true. No doubt about that. But anyways, guys, we're going to get ready to end this thing up. I didn't even realize we had gone over 2.5 hours. That's crazy. But thank you so much for you guys that have joined in. And again, I should talk more about this, but so much to do. But again, we're going to be doing our Creep Show watch party for channel members and Patreon members. So if you are not signed up yet, please consider it. That would be wonderful, and it helps support the channel. allows me to do more live streams like this and connect with you guys more. But we will be doing more exclusive watch parties besides Creep Show planned for this end of summer event that we're kind of going through. So anyways, if you're on an iPhone, you will not see the join button. You'd have to be on a computer or a laptop or an Android phone, but the join button is right beside the subscribe button, and it would really mean a lot and help to support the channel. And for the watch party, if you are a channel member at our second tier or higher, which is called the Jason Bourne tier, you will get an invite to the watch party. So definitely consider that. And for you guys that are in the live chat, and there's actually quite a few you channel members and Patreon members in the live chat today and this morning, I should say. And thank you so much for being here. Yeah, pass the word around. It would be great. It would be great. Let's see. And as we head on out here, Two Boys saying, would you have liked to see a movie involved around Ash versus Jason and Freddy? Well, they talked about, the idea that's what they were going to be going with. And even for the next movie, and they even talked about Pinhead as well. I would have loved to seen it. I think, especially at the time when the movie was out, I think it would have been a great time to do it. Now, I don't know. It's hard to say, but back then, yeah, absolutely. Dre saying, I couldn't connect with the remake, even though it was cool stuff in it. I know what you mean. It didn't have the charm of the other movies. There's no doubt about that. No doubt. I loved the movie, but Jason could one-shot this little Freddy, right? It's true. Oh, Lord, it's so true. And thank you, Val. Please leave a comment in the comment section, guys. That would be great. I mean, hell, if you guys start having the conversation you're having right now in the comment section, you guys have no idea how much that would support the video and hopefully get it pushed out on YouTube. And I know that doesn't happen. I know you guys get busy, but definitely leave some comments. Talk to each other in the comment section. That would be so amazing. It really helps so much. It really does. Two Boys saying, glad I caught it today and always love the streams and chat, and the chat rocks. It does. It does. And everyone here is awesome, Russell. You are speaking the truth. Kevin saying, fun time. Have a good rest of your day later all. Take it easy, man. Thank you so much for hanging out. Much appreciated. Yes. And Val too saying, wishing all my amazing Night Watch family an awesome day. Yes, absolutely. And Val, I'll be sending you a message on Twitter shortly. And thank you so much for helping the mod and all you other guys that have been helping out today. That really makes a difference. It helps me out more than you know. So anyways, I will catch you guys later. Take it easy. If you're watching this, if you're listening to this, you are the Night Watch. Peace.